Whoops.
Okay, go live. All right, we are live. Today's July 31st, 2025 at 7 p.m. And um, whoever is live with us today, we welcome you. I'm with a special guest speaker today. It's an honor to have her here. And yeah, let's just go. Let's go. Let me introduce her to you. Her name is Lucie Rosa-Stagi. Stagi.
Nostalgia.
Stagi. Okay. So she's actually a business mentor, a podcast host, and a co founder of Launch Lab Academy, where she empowers entrepreneurial women over 60 to transform their expertise into thriving businesses. After reinventing herself at 70, Lucie became known as the go to collaborator for legacy driven women ready to build visibility and impact. Through Launch Lab, she and her team are now bringing AI powered branding solution to small and medium sized businesses. Lucie also hosts Inspiring Stories. It's a podcast celebrating bold reinvention and purposeful success. And also, coming to know Lucie, we have similar mentors. We've shared different communities
Yeah.
in personal growth and development, in entrepreneurship, in leadership. And I would say it's been 5 years now, you know,
Yeah.
somewhere around there. But interestingly, I'm glad that our path reconnected again through our recent event, World Summit, Mastermind World Summit. So I'm so grateful and so honored to have her introduced to you here because she's really a great inspiration for everyone. For everyone. So without further ado, let me just pass the mic to Lucie.
Okay. Thank you very much, Chessa. A, one, a wonderful introduction, and it's an honor for me to be here with your audience also. And so I just want to introduce myself. Chessa really introduced me well. So as you know, my name is Lucie Rosa-Stagi, and I specialize in empowering entrepreneurial women over 60 to really turn their life experience into a legacy, into a legacy-driven business. And we do that with the help of using modern tools like AI, storytelling, and personal branding. You know, after becoming single at 70, I chose to rewrite my story, not retire it. So now I help others do the same. So,
Wow, powerful, powerful, Lucie. Thank you for that. And I typically have a standard questionnaire for every guest speakers that I invited in this group, and
mhm.
I'm truly highly selective. And so it's an honor that you've accepted my invitation to join in. And so I want to know deeper, Lucie, or especially those who's watching this live, if you are actually an entrepreneur yourself, women, you're a woman, and then you are actually my client who's here too. And if you're a consultant, you're a coach, or even just in the health, you're still in the matrix, or you're a professional wanting to take a leap and explore what entrepreneurship means, I believe Lucie can really provide great wisdom to support you on your path. And I myself would seek guidance and wisdom from her. That's why I invited her over and would love to learn from her. And actually, it was an honor to be in her podcast way back in the past, too. It was an experience. I don't remember the details, but the feeling is here, right? It won't go away. So when we reconnected again, wait a minute, I remember her.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So yeah, I want to know you, Lucy, and I'm sure our audience who's here today would love to know you. And at the end of the presentation, we would give you an offer from directly from Lucy. It's a bonus gift, and in that way, you'll have the opportunity to actually connect with her at a more deeper level. So, without further ado, let me just start with the questions, Lucy. And let's say we're in a parking lot and I saw you in the grocery store, and then I saw you like, wait a minute, she's so shining bright. Who is this woman? So, yeah, tell me who you are, Lucy. I know you've shared some of the details, but is there anything that you would love to share more about who you are and what you
Well,
do?
I have a long history, obviously. I've been on this earth much longer than most. And so, I, I was in the workforce just like most other people were for 40 plus years. I retired twice. I lived in San Francisco for the greater part of my life. I was actually born in Canada, French Canada, and did all my studies there, graduated, and then moved to Europe first. And then when I returned from Europe, I then immigrated, as we call it, to the United States and lived in New York City for 3 years and then on to San Francisco, where I stayed until I uprooted myself and moved to Mexico. And so I'm an expat living in Mexico, which, is very unusual because I'm a single person. It's so much easier if you're, married and you have a partner to do things with. But people thought I was crazy. You crazy moving to Mexico. What are you doing? And I thought, well, I wanted to live in a Spanish speaking country because Spanish was my major in college. And I didn't want to lose the language. Plus, I love the culture. I love the Hispanic culture. And so for me, it was, I didn't even have to think twice about it. What I did do is take 5 years to decide where I wanted to live. And of course, I started thinking about Costa Rica first, invested some money there, and decided that no, I didn't want to be in Costa Rica, then Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala. I mean, all of those countries I visited. And the reason I chose Mexico was it had to do with my mother, who had just turned 80 years old and who was living in Vancouver, Canada. And I wanted to live in a place where I had a direct flight, 4 hours maximum to get to her if she needed me. And so that's why I decided to move to this wonderful little village on the shores of Lake Chapala, a little paradise where the weather is 75, 80 all year long because
Wow.
we're up in the mountains. And it's not like we're down the beach where it's beautiful in the wintertime and unbearable in the summertime. So there's like 20,000 extra expats here with me. I'm not the only one that found the place. And so when I first retired, I just wanted to retire and not do, I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to be. And for 10 years, that's exactly what I did. So what did that mean? It meant that I just wanted to get up when I wanted to, do what I wanted to do. I wanted to take up tennis that I never had the time to do when I was working. And I wanted to get back into duplicate bridge, which I loved doing in college. And so I did that kind of stuff and fostered friendships and whatnot. And then I was in a 10-year relationship and it broke up. And I thought, oh my God, you think that at 70, a relationship would last for the rest of your life. But, it was a shock to me. And there I was all by myself. And my dream of traveling the world first class with my soulmate just went down the drain. I thought, oh, what am I going to do? And I felt really sorry for myself for about 6 months. And then it hit me, Lucy, nobody's coming to help you. So what are you going to do with this precious life of yours? And I thought, well, I'm trying my entrepreneurial spirit. My father was an entrepreneur, and I loved the
Ah.
way he lived because, he was always in control of his life, of his vacations, and of his money. And I thought, hmm, I've always had that kind of spirit. So I thought, well, okay, that means online. Now, what do you know about the online business, Lucy? Well, I know how to copy and paste, and I'll learn other tools. I started, and I'll tell you, I mean, the first wall that I hit when I was online was when I needed help. I couldn't pick up the phone and say, I need help. I had to fill out this form. And the form said, we'll get back to you in 24 or 48 hours. And I'm going, what? Is this the way they do business online? Sure enough, this
Yeah.
is the way they do business. Boom, hit that wall. And I thought, and of course, by the time they got to me, I forgot what the question was. I figured it out, or I did something else. And so I kind of thought that doing business online was e-commerce because I was getting ready for 2 years now. I worked with a guru,
Wow.
took a lot of my money. He was a one-man person. There was no VA helping him. There was one guy helping him for the techie stuff, but you had to wait 48 hours to get any other help. And so I was put a Shopify store together because I had two little terriers at the time that I thought, well, I'll sell some, dog outfits and whatnot because it was big business. And it took me about a year and a half to put that together because the techie stuff was just in the way. And just
Wow.
as I was ready to launch, I had this epiphany. I went, oh my God, what are you doing? You don't want to work with products. You've always worked with people. You love to work with people. So I did a pivot like 360. And it
Mm,
was at that time that this particular guru
mhm,
was creating apps for his clients. And I knew he was good. I knew that
mhm.
much, and I knew his apps were good. And he was thinking that I think I'm going to look for affiliates. And he asked me if I wanted to be one. And I thought, yeah, well, I could sell your stuff, I think, I need to network. And one of the first things that happened to me, I had to join ClickFunnels, Russell Brunson. And I'm going,
Oh,
so the next thing that I figured out from Russell Brunson
yeah.
was that the websites were obsolete. You know,
Oh.
from then on, it was funnels. And I thought, what the hell is a funnel? Well, we all know now what a funnel is. It's what Amazon does. You get on Amazon, you looking for a product, and then they said, oh, well, since you bought this, other people who bought this want this. And so maybe you want this, so they're always showing you the next thing. And so for some reason, that was very techy for me. I joined a lot of his programs. And I followed him for about 3 years. But out of that came a message from Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi, who was starting a new legacy. This was in 2019,
Mhm,
and they asked me if I wanted to join them. I was a teacher, and I was involved with other teachers, and we were wondering how can we change the today's teaching that is so obsolete, that doesn't serve our students well.
mhm,
How can we change this? And I thought, oh wow, look at Dean and Tony. They have the perfect answer. Of course, everybody's self-educating, even I. Everybody's at Google University, but they took it a step further. They said, we are going to create a course where people who have expertise and knowledge and a skill set, they can just really just put all that information in the course and start an online business. And so I was their affiliate for 4 years. And
oh, wow.
and because they created these events and whatnot, and I
Mhm,
was affiliating, marketing them, I became friends with three of the moderators, and we could see that because they were having events and thousands of people, almost a million people, we could see people falling through the cracks.
mm.
And we remember that Dean would say to us, "Oh, steal our business, steal our thought." And he changed that thought to model our what
Oh,
we're doing. And
yeah.
so we decided, you know what? There's a need here. Why don't we start what they're doing? Take the framework, change it a little bit, and work with small groups of people. And oddly enough, as you know, 68% of their business is women,
Mhm.
and mostly women over 60, you know. So they became our clients. And anyway, to
Oh.
make a long story short, we worked 5 years for them. Last year, we got the global award, the 2024 global award for working with people in our niche.
Wow.
And so, of course, now with
Wow.
the advent of AI,
Yeah.
we found ourselves having to reinvent ourselves, not reinvent ourselves, more like pivoting. And so my teammates started the consulting business, AI consulting, because Tony's AI guy saw a need to start a consulting business a year and a half ago because he thought that, oh my God, there's going to be a need here for AI consultants. Nobody knows how to use these tools. So my
Oh.
teammates took that course, and now they are, consultants, AI consultants. And so now we pivoted from the individual to the small businesses and medium businesses. And of course, I'm the affiliate marketer for my teammates. Plus, I do the podcast, but the podcast comes out of the interviews that I did for 4 or 5 years while we were doing the Launch Lab Academy with the individuals, because I just love to take our people and make them visible. So I would interview them or interview other people, other women, to show our people, our students, what you could do if you had an online business and how they
Mm.
could succeed. So that's the story.
Wow, so rich, Lucy. Oh, what a story. So many nuggets already that I was like receiving. And you mentioned our similar mentors already, and I'm sure some of our audience could relate and they have the same mentors, Dean, Tony, and Russell actually. And it's interesting also you sharing your story is an epitome or a great example for what's possible for people, right? Oh, especially over 60 and then doing affiliate marketing, doing business online, you know. And I tell my clients also, I've been attracting over 60 clients actually, and I'll tell them, hey, God is not done with you.
Nope.
I keep it, God is not done with you. There's more. So,
And you
okay.
have a good, you certainly have a good niche there, because I have to say women and men over 60 have that income that they can, put into any endeavor that they want to. So, so that's a good niche to go for after.
It is actually. Interestingly when I look back, because all is one to one, and that's why I was drawn to Russell because he's doing one to many, and that's what I'm learning. And all my one to one, it's like variety of age groups. It's just interestingly this season, it's more on that bracket, and
Mhm.
I don't question it. I just tell God, just bring the right people at the right time.
Exactly.
Right?
That's what you have to do. Just be open to the universe. I mean,
Yeah.
we each one of us have a story. Our story matters greatly, and we need to get out there and tell the story and help others to tell their story also, because it's all about collaboration, not competition. Mhm.
Amen. I love that you highlighted the word collaboration because that's
Mhm.
also my spirit right now. And especially me, my story briefly is really, and that's why I am creating a new course, like filming a course on survival guide on how to thrive in toxic environment, dealing with dysfunctional people. Oh, I'm a pro at it now. And
Wonderful.
yeah, and I got burnout, you know, dealing with this type of people. God brought me all types of characters to deal and manage, you know. It's challenging to deal with. And that birthed into the idea of, oh, I'm going to create a course out of this, you know, experiences. And yeah, and that's why I was also drawn to the funnel now because I'm so clear on what I want to create, you know, the funnels. And you, interestingly, I think honestly, Russell made some new. You mentioned obsolete word. When I attended the recent event, it feels new. So I don't. It's the selling online event. They may have made some changes by now.
Well, Russell, like everybody else, has to pivot. He has to keep up with the times. And
Exactly.
AI is such a big thought and idea and concept that people are overwhelmed by it. But You know, the thing is that anybody who's not using AI tools in the next 2 years is just going to be out of business. And you were talking about a course. I mean, I took the same gentleman who created the AI consulting course has created an assisted writing course, which I talk, and you can write a course now in with the specific AI tools that he deems necessary to do that. And you can do it in a day now, write a
Oh,
course and
yeah.
get it going. It's unbelievable what AI is going to really enhance our life and our businesses.
I hear you on that. And AI actually was introduced to me. I also work with John Asraf as a mentor, and he was my AI mentor and
Hmm.
gone through business breakthrough challenges. And and that's how I produce my content now. Actually, I leverage AI too, the Chat GPT. And
Yeah.
do you know your current AI term? Is it, you have a name for your AI specific tool? Because I know there's so many brand and names like
Well,
Chat
there's
GPT.
Perplexity AI. Is that what you're talking about? The different kinds of. Well, I'm
Yeah.
a big fan of ChatGPT. I've been using ChatGPT now for almost 2 years, and it knows me so well. I can ask a question, and they'll say, and ChatGPT will answer things like, "No, this is not like you, Lucy. This is, yeah." I mean, it's talking to me like a best friend. It's like, it's unbelievable because it knows me. It knows the way I think. It knows
Yeah.
the words I use. It knows, so when I say something or when they create something or it creates something that I can say Chat GPT, I don't use that word. And they go, oh yeah, you're right, Lucy. You know.
Oh,
So
I see what you mean. Okay.
I mean, it's like my best friend.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I learned what's his name? Yeah, John Ashraf says treat it as your multi-million-dollar employee,
Oh, it
right?
really is. It really is. In fact, I was having a little
Yeah.
bit of trouble with my VA and didn't know how to guide my VA. And so I went to ChatGPT
Uh-huh.
and explained exactly what my challenge was. And of course, I've been working with ChatGPT, so the answer it was all typed out for me. Like I mean, it gets typed out in 2 seconds, and this is exactly what your VA needs to do to help you gain more clients. It was
Exactly.
unbelievable, and it was like, oh, okay, because I didn't know what to suggest to the VA. I just assumed the VA knows me to know what I need. So it's a yeah. It's a process.
It is. It's a learning curve, and I actually also learned Claude AI and Google has
Now,
Gemini AI.
mhm.
Um,
Dali and all of those. Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's lots of tools that are really
yeah,
beneficial today
true.
that, yeah, can make your life and your business much easier. Smart.
Yeah,
You can work smarter now.
exactly. And I recommend it too, honestly. Yet I say do not let AI, it's not the other way around. Like you train the AI,
Yes. You have
right?
to prompt it. Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly, not the
It's
other way
engineering
around.
prompting. Yeah, yeah,
Okay, yeah, because sometimes I if there is a tendency to rely on it too much and it's not coming out as authentically you are, right? I've
yeah,
seen
no,
those. I don't know, some content that I just browse and how is this content? Because I create my own content. Yeah, some like come out like, is this? Wait, this that I didn't know her to be this way when I spoke to her on the
yeah.
phone. It doesn't come across as real and authentic.
No, the human touch in with AI is very, very important. We cannot lose that. Otherwise,
Exactly.
it doesn't enhance your business. It works the other way around. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, that's great. Topic we've dived in AI right away. That's awesome. Okay, well, let's go deeper. Lucy, with you, like who you mentioned briefly on who you serve, right? Can you actually expand exactly who you serve?
Well, it's it's a progression because my team and I were working with individuals. And of course, after 4 years, you get to a certain level where you can't you're not beyond the $1,000, and so you need a higher ticket. And of course, what happened, the timing was perfect for us because AI came into being, and us having to pivot gives us the higher ticket that we were looking for,
Mm.
that we didn't, so all I want to say is that if you believe in what you're doing, and if you're open to the universe, the universe is the teacher. It'll appear, it'll show you, it'll bring the people to you that you need, at the right time. It is unbelievable. When I look back, I can connect those dots. It's harder to connect forward, but when you look back, all those dots get connected so well. So yes, so women over 60, that's still really my niche.
Okay.
Insofar as pivoting, we as a business, as Launch Lab Academy, as a
Mm-hmm.
business, we're looking for small businesses
Mm-hmm.
and medium-sized businesses, and people who have a maybe $5,000 to $10,000 to work, to put into tools like, and yeah, stuff like that. I'm going to be the marketer. Let me tell you, I've always been the community leader. So
Wow.
I'm the first to say I have learned a lot. I mean, tech wise, because I no longer say I'm not techie. First of all, I like to say I'm more touchy than techie, but, but
Both?
But compared to some people, people say to me, "Oh my God, look what you're teaching me," and I'm going, "Oh yeah, I guess I know a little bit more than somebody else." It's
Oh
all relative.
yeah.
It's all relative. You know.
Oh, I'm impressed with you. And actually, uh one of my client, she's amazing. Tommy is her name, and then she's amazing. She completed her first course too, and I'm definitely connect you both because she'll truly benefit from your wisdom. And
Right.
you're the two person I know that set the bar too high, like the standards for what's
Well,
possible. Yeah, amazing.
absolutely. I mean, there's only one life and it's short, so you may as well take advantage of it and you aim high, because dreams are things that you've never had before. They're kind of elusive, what's the word? Kind of an illusion but you can make it happen, if
Yeah.
you focus on it and you start implementing those actions to move the needle toward that dream, then it can happen. Yeah.
Amen. And that's why my marketing content that I've created is about truly not setting for anything less, right? It's never too late to change. And
Hmm.
then it's always constant kanai from Tony, constant and never ending improvement. I don't remember
Right.
that term, right?
Well, I love what Dean's always said. We're a culture of progress.
Oh, true.
You know.
Exactly. I love that you add that.
Yeah,
I feel
we
like
are.
our mentors are like reconnected, both of us.
And they're always talking to us, aren't they?
Right?
Yeah. And
Exactly.
the things that I learned from them is
Yeah.
so obviously true,
Yeah.
because they've been doing what they're doing now for, together, like 65 plus years. So there's a lot of wisdom there. It's not like we're following somebody who's two steps ahead of us, you know.
Exactly. And if
Although
I
I do believe that when you have a coach, the coach should not be any more than two steps ahead of you.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Make it more reachable, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I hear you on that 100%. And actually, I think if I remember correctly, from the Mastermind World Summit that we've attended, it was 76 years combined specifically.
Oh,
And right. And then I said, though, in my thinking, when they said, wow, they would need really more leaders like us to step up, and carry the legacy with them too, right? To keep it
absolutely.
flowing. And it was like a profound epiphany too for me, like, wow, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing at this time,
Yeah.
And I didn't know you're a teacher, Lucy.
I was a college prep high school teacher. I taught what they call foreign languages then. So I taught French and Spanish. Yeah.
Wow, amazing. Oh, that's amazing. I was also a teacher, mentor for anatomy and physiology during college.
Hmm.
16. I was mentoring students. But I've always been a teacher because I'm a nurse for 16 plus years now.
Yeah.
And I'm actually leading a nursing organization as the president right now. And I'm training people now, mentoring people because I'm also transitioning out. I've been serving for 4 years and 2 months now as
Yeah.
a
I remember
president.
that about you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. 13 years as a leader
Yeah.
in my nursing org. And I'm surrounded by professors and teachers. So when you mention you're a teacher, no wonder we connected.
Absolutely. But in a way, we're all teachers and students, aren't we? I mean, we're either learning or helping people to learn. So,
Amen.
amen.
Yeah, we're students of life, right?
Right. Long life learners.
Long
Exactly.
life learners. Okay, you don't have to disclose this, but I think you would be a great resource for many people. I don't know if you're open to sharing even your chronological age because you're such a young heart, Lucy. Like I couldn't even think that you're over 60.
Well, it's really funny because I never grew up thinking of age.
Mhm.
My mother wasn't one of these, oh, I'm getting older. The age was never an issue. And it wasn't until I started my online business that people would say, how old are you? And I'm going, I'm 70 because I started when I was 70. You're 70 and you're doing this and then you just start and I'm going, well, yeah. So it's like I didn't realize that was kind of an issue and people looked up to me. So I'm about
Yeah.
in September I'm going to be 80, be the big 80,
Wait, 80 September when?
September 28th.
You're a
Uh,
Libra?
Libra.
Wow. I Oh God. No, this I can't make this happen. Like you mentioned. Because I was like, God, like this was random. I was supposed to have a different speaker, but she couldn't do it. And then I said, Oh my God, I reconnected with Lucy. Why don't I invite Lucy? Did you know that my birthday is September 1
Oh, really?
and
So
you're
you're,
September 28?
mhm.
And I'm actually, I don't know if you're into basic astrology, but
Well,
I'm
I
an
lived in California for a long time, yes.
Oh, okay. Do you know your ascendant sign, who your becoming sign?
Cancer.
Oh, Cancer. Okay. Well, no wonder I was guided to invite you over because I know I could learn something from Lucy for sure and your wisdom. I'm a rising Libra.
Are you rising Libra? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's an no wonder there is a resonance energetically.
Well, September was a big month for my family because my mother was September 14th. I
Okay.
had a younger brother who was born September 22nd. I was born September 28th. So September was a big month, birthday month for us.
Oh, okay. Well, I won't forget your birthday now. And friends, we gotta celebrate Lucy. Okay,
Woohoo!
September 28th. It's coming.
And if there are any Hispanic people out there, I love when they sing Las Mañanitas to me. So,
Oh, wow. Okay, I speak some Spanish. Not the happy birthday song, but I'd be more than happy I'm a singer also.
how are you?
Yeah, professionally, literally had a band.
Unbelievable. The diversity in you is unbelievable. Yeah.
That's my superpower. Versatilities. I'm gonna create actually a course on that.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. But anyhow, okay, let's just go deeper more with you, huh? In terms of problem, and by the way, there's a process why I have this specific question because I was trained also by Pat Quinn and Pete Vargas as my mentor last season. And this were the specific question actually. And it ingrained in me. I won't forget, I attended a workshop of Pat Quinn in Milwaukee, and I was the first student he asked. He asked me this question: who you serve? And then this is the second question. And in honor of Pat Quinn, of course, is
Love Pat Quinn. I love Pat
right?
Quinn.
He's
Yeah, I remember
amazing.
when Pete Vargas hooked up with him because Pete Vargas was a big number two all by
Yeah.
himself.
Hmm.
And then they became buddies, I guess, so now
Yeah.
they have business together. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the stage to scale.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Pat Quinn is a wonderful yeah, coach as far as
Yeah, he is. And
business is
so
concerned.
it ingrained on me because I was out of like I don't know, 30 people, I think. And then I was the first person he asked this question, who you serve, right? And then now the second question and I'm channeling Pat Quinn, what problem you solve, Lucy?
Yeah, well, we already covered who I serve, mostly women
Yeah.
over 60. And, you know, the women who want to be business owners. And really, um, the problem for women who are not used to being online in business is visibility and
Yes.
confidence
Mm-hmm.
and clarity on their value. And
Mm-hmm.
so there are too many brilliant women who feel invisible, unsure, you know, how to share their expertise online.
Mm-hmm.
So I provide the roadmap, the confidence. I have a course that is called Building Confidence in Front of the Camera. You know, so that's kind of the title. And so, and building community that they need to be part of so that they can thrive, you know. And the biggest obstacle is self-doubt and
Mm-hmm.
ageism, kind of. You know, when I started this journey at 70, I kind of worried, kind of if I was too late, but I only because I was online and didn't know much about how I was going to, you know, what I was going to do online because all I knew how to do was copy and paste. But if you're open and if you're open to learning, and we all have skills to learn along the way. So it
Mm-hmm.
was just a matter of me learning skills,
Mm-hmm.
a skill at a time. And you know, Tony Robbins helped me so much with this because I remember him saying, you know, if you're feeling overwhelmed with technology, take the stance of a child who, who's curious, you know,
Yeah.
look at it like with a lot of curiosity, and then don't hesitate to ask for help.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course I got that from Richard Brunson too, who Russell Brunson also. I'm thinking of Richard Branson and Russell Brunson.
Oh
Russell
yeah.
is
Virgin America, right?
their you know their last name are similar, but Russell Brunson who said, you know, you don't worry about the techie stuff because you can always find someone to help you with that.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, there are companies like Fiverr and even Canva and you know companies that can help you. And now with the AI advent of the AI, it's even easier, you know. So yeah.
Aw, thank you for that wisdom
Mhm.
and then being vulnerable too and sharing the humanness, right? And right? And actually I look up to Dean and Tony because they supported me in releasing the deeply rooted old limiting beliefs, right?
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
deep ones. And actually, one thing I've learned I want to add for people who's starting, right? We have new entrepreneurs and business owners here is that, when you put your focus on you, that's when things comes up, the fear, doubt, and worry. But if you focus on service, that you're helping people, those
You're right.
actually dissipate.
Absolutely. Take the focus off yourself. Absolutely.
Exactly.
And really, I mean, you know, I try to uh, you know, practice this every day while I get up. You know, whom can I serve today? You know,
Oh,
how can I help someone today? You know,
wow.
which way can I be beneficial to someone? So, and we've heard it over and over again. This is an old adage. You know, if you help enough people to succeed, you will succeed yourself. And, you know, it's so true. And success comes in so many different ways. You know, for people in my generation, success is collaboration and, yeah, collaboration and contribution, you know, the two big C's. Yeah.
Exactly. And honestly, for me, I'm an overachiever since I was young. So I'm always like in the pursuit of having A's. And I've had
Uh-huh.
A's, right? Like I'm a perfectionist, right? As a Virgo. And you telling that story really highlighted those experiences of um shooting for the star, aiming for high, but then those fear, doubt, and worry comes up when go go bigger or go, like I want to speak, like you mentioned TEDx, right? I actually have a frame. I realized with the TEDx, now that you actually brought that into my attention. So, like, more dreams are waking up in me because with all the multiple setbacks, Lucy, you haven't heard all the details yet, or everyone who's here. It's gonna be another another episode or another story, another meeting for that. Is I was there were dreams that was put into, the back burner because of the setbacks I've gone through. But here I am, revived.
Exactly. And so, never give up, just keep going.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to have setbacks,
Yeah.
but setbacks are really a time for us to pause and to look to see where we're at and say, oh, that's bad English, but incorrect English, to see exactly where we are, and to really think about where we really want to go. And
Mm-hmm.
so, you got to have a destination, but to have a destination, you got to know where you're starting from. It's like the GPS, you can't set it in motion if you don't know where you're starting from and you don't know where you're going, so
Exactly.
like that for business and in life, really, So,
Thank you. Thank you for that, Lucy. Received. Okay. Just going more on the personal side, Lucy, like with all your
mhm.
successes by now, never giving up, and have written books, podcasts, everything, right? Having teams, what would be the number one in this moment biggest obstacle that you must overcome to achieve the successes you have right now?
What would be the biggest obstacle?
Mm-hmm.
Um, having to pace myself. For
Mm-hmm.
example, today was a crazy day. And I'm a person that can say no, but I didn't say no today. And I feel two ways. I feel that there were a lot of wins, and I was able to get through the day.
Mm-hmm.
But usually, my Thursdays are my interview days, and I like to just kind of have all my attention on the person that I'm going to feature.
Mm-hmm.
I like to think, do some research on them and think about uh, coming up with questions that other people haven't asked them. And I look at their interviews, and I really do my homework when I feature people. And I
Yeah.
like that because when I'm talking to them, I feel like I know them a little bit, and I
Yeah.
want to do the best job I can to feature them like they've never been featured before, you know. So that's
Mm.
so the obstacle is in pacing myself
Mhm. Mhm.
and spacing myself, kind of thing,
Ah.
spacing and pacing. And
Mhm.
so it has to, it's something that I have to really work on. And
Mhm.
the other thing is when I learn something new, I must implement. I guess I would call myself a procrastinator, but
Mhm.
we all are in some sense.
Mhm.
But it's really funny when I have to do something, I'll put it aside and say, okay, tomorrow I'm going to do this. And I'll start first. The first thing I do tomorrow is this. And you know that when you wake up tomorrow, there's going to be something that takes priority. So do it today when you can, when it's on your agenda. And it's like, so those are kind of obstacles for me, and it's so me because even in college, I was, when it came to exams, I would stay up all night and study the night before.
Oh,
So my
that's
mind was full of history, or my mind was full of science. I was like, so and I was saturated, and I was, and so that's how I thought I had to do it, and that's the way I did it. That's the way I got through college. I mean, I graduated with honors, and so it worked for me, and
me
so
too.
I'm
Me
kind of
too.
that way still today. Because it worked then, I keep thinking it's going to work now, and it
Oh,
does to a certain amount. Yeah.
Wow, we're similar in that capacity. Just you said that, like I always, but I complete it. I remember, for my master's degree, is there is I mean, a thesis, right? Like as an essay and then multiple choice. I literally, like, you won't believe this, and whoever is watching this live, don't do it because I tolerated it. I literally don't ever. I haven't forgotten that I drank 4 cans of Monster
Oh my God.
to stay up, and even took half tab of caffeine tablet, and I was still up, but I didn't sleep, and then took the test. I got featured even for the journal. It's
Did
interesting
you?
though. Yeah, because I my essay was amazing that it even got featured for the journal in publication in nursing. And
Wow.
yeah, I was. Oh, okay. So it's like a pattern that works. And I did it also doing a chapter key award for my nursing org, because we qualify, and I did 23 pages. I only spent 5 hours to complete
Wow.
it. But I had to, like, put my
It's
right.
immersion. I find it's like immersion. It's like a language. Immerse yourself, you know? And it
Exactly.
works for me. It works for me, you
Oh,
know?
see, we're same in that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now with this obstacle, Lucy, like, what would be the best solution then that you discovered that worked for you to overcome this problem, especially when pacing yourself, learning to say no? Anything else, the best solution so we can support people who's going through the same problem?
You know, I think it's really important to find a mentor. I mean, I am a mentor, and I don't call myself a coach. I call myself a mentor. But if you're a coach, I would not I would not have a coach who didn't have a coach.
Oh, I see.
I wouldn't. I mean,
Uh-huh.
I think you have to be coachable and stay coachable all the time.
Mhm,
And of course, I think the other thing is building a supportive circle. You know, I think community is really very, very important.
mhm.
Embracing storytelling and visibility, showing up on camera. Even I remember the first time somebody said to me, this was early in my career. Somebody said, "Okay, now you're going to have to do a video," and I went, "What? A video?" It's like I have to talk on camera. And then I thought, well, how do I talk to a camera? I was like, this is ridiculous, you know. And then
Wow.
and then I became because I had that experience,
Mhm,
I knew that it was really important for people in business online that they were going to have to brand themselves, and the best way to brand yourself is content, and the best content is video. And so I made sure that that was part of our training.
oh, awesome.
Yeah. So even if you're not ready, showing up on camera is really so very important for your branding. That's what people want to see. They want to see you because, that's how they connect to you. That's how they get to like you. That's how they get to trust you. There's no other way. There's no other way.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. And so, did you have to go through also that experience of
I
being
did, I
scared?
did, and I thought, oh my God, I thought I don't know if I'm ever going to do. But you know what? Again, there was a Facebook. I had just, I didn't, I was never a Facebook person. In fact, my brother in Canada was on Facebook and he wanted to put my picture. I said, don't you dare ever put my picture on up on Facebook. I'm all over the place now. If only my
I
family
see
could
you.
see me.
I see you.
If only my family could see me now, so it's just very funny. But the thing is that I found somebody on Facebook
Mm-hmm.
opened up his Facebook, just like what you told me on Thursday. You
Yeah.
allow people to advertise their business.
Yeah.
He opened up his Facebook, and what he said was, "I want you all you. This is a safe place for you to create 1 minute videos." 3 minute videos, all right, and it's going to stay here, and so people can either help you by commenting or giving you some feedback, obviously constructive feedback. And so I did that for 100 days, I think his thing was, over and
Wow.
over again. And then I pursued somebody else who said, okay, I have a Facebook on gratitude, and every day for 30 days we're gonna do gratitude, a video on gratitude. And I thought, oh, that's easy because I'm into gratefulness and I can get on the video and say I'm grateful, for my father, for my whatever. And so I did that kind of stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
forced myself to be on
Wow.
video and forced myself to be on a Facebook so that I had that experience, because without that experience, I mean, how can you do it? So that's why I created
It's
building
awesome.
confidence, building camera confidence for
Oh,
for people.
oh, thank you for sharing this because we have really new entrepreneurs here in the space. So, friends, if you need that course, get it. I recommend Lucy, just get it from her. And honestly, thank you for sharing that story because I consider humble beginnings, right? When I started, I grew up in a culture where to be quiet, I grew up
Right.
shy. So I had to discover my authentic voice now, right? But I started, honestly, YouTube just for practice because I don't have enough following there. And then I was what did I do? Oh, reading Bible verses because I
Ah,
don't know what to say. And for practice purposes. And then if I am cooking an egg, I was just practicing on my own phone, right? You have your own phone, friends, right? For new ones here, I was just recording 2 minutes a day. I did a 30-day or 31 days practice.
yeah.
And then I started creating videos. And actually, to the point, Lucy, Facebook messaged me directly and they need to clear out my space, actually,
Really?
because I produce so much value and videos and content by now. So I'm actually right now downloading these videos from Facebook.
Yeah, I always uploaded them to YouTube. And I got a free channel. I don't know how I knew this. I mean, I must have heard it from somebody, and I thought because they said don't leave it on Facebook because it could all disappear. And so
Yeah.
I started doing it. And I think I have close to 600 videos there.
Oh, wow. Congrats to that. Woohoo. That's
I
awesome.
know. I
Yeah.
know.
For me, yeah, there is a limit. I think I haven't explored. I think they may start, I could pay. I think perhaps I haven't explored that with Facebook to keep the videos. I haven't, but they've already prompted me. You would need to download your videos.
That's a lot of work. Woof, that's going to take a lot of time. Yeah.
Actually, they provided a Google transfer, but
Did
I'm
they?
not really comfortable though, because they did it. It's different when I do it, right? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. It's okay. And it's my work, right? It's like like actually when I was doing some downloading, Lucy, it's like, wow, I did this. Oh wow,
I
how
know.
much I've grown.
Yeah, this is something I want to tell the audience.
Yeah.
When you start videoing, do not get rid of any videos ever, ever, ever. Keep every video you ever did and make because 5 years from now, you could be really very powerful and you are working with clients and you could say, hey, let me show you a video when I started. And you have that in your arsenal, which is, I remember Russell Brunson did that once. He said, because he gets up there and he talks fast and blah, 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 and stuff. And he says, I was a real dork when I first started, and he showed one, his dress was very funny and he was like a kid who was afraid. I mean, it's good for your client to see that you went through that. So
Mhm.
please do not ever destroy your videos. All right. They're part of your business, an important part of your business for your clients.
I agree to that. Amen to that. Of course. So, friends, make sure to take notes and watch this replay. Okay, watch this replay. Okay. Just I think we're coming to a close here, and I want to wrap things up because I think we could do more future podcast, Lucy. I mean, there's so much
There's
wisdom out
always
of
so
you.
much to talk about.
I know exactly, but at this moment, you've shared so many wisdom right now, powerful wisdom, and thank you so much.
Excuse
I
me.
love your photos, by the way. It suddenly reappeared. I don't know if people could see. Did you guys see her photo? Oh my God, it's fabulous. So amazing. I wanna ask, what would be the one wisdom? I know you've shared many wisdom, but one more wisdom that you would love to share in this moment that they can implement, that they can take action. Speaking of taking action, right?
That they can, oh, sorry, that they can implement immediately.
Yes, yeah. Speed of implementation, right?
Yeah. You know what? We were talking about videos and the minute that you're starting an online business, you start to brand yourself. And
Mm-hmm.
so, whether you like it or not, get on that video and what Chessa does, she got on the video and for 30 seconds she read a verse, a Bible verse.
Yeah.
Anything. One of the easiest things for me to do is to sit in the morning and think about 5 things I'm grateful for.
Mm-hmm.
You could do that so easily and just
Mm-hmm.
take your telephone and make a video out of it, And so because it is so important, and I never realized this at the beginning, but when we got into branding, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we heard that whole idea that content is king. Well,
Oh,
video
yes.
is really the king of content. So you cannot not do it. And never, never, never give up.
Yeah.
And
Love that.
remember that failing is part of being successful.
Amen.
There is nobody who's successful today who
Mm-hmm.
didn't fail once or
Amen.
twice or 3 times. How
Mm-hmm.
would you know the difference if you know didn't fail?
Amen.
Amen.
I love, yeah, I receive everything landed that you've shared there. So, friends, make sure you take notes. And I would love to just piggyback with what you shared in terms of failures, since you have shared failures. In entrepreneurship, there's this ups and down and twist and turn, right, in life.
Mhm.
And I love Thomas Edison. Um, oops, I froze a bit. Thomas Edison, I love his quote that feedback, I know, failures are feedback.
Yeah.
And ever since, I love that because in my experience, I actually created a quote about failures where perceived, I add the word perceive because I feel like everything is a perception, the way you perceive things. So perceived failures are actually successes on its own because it's like a stepping stone that leads to your next level growth or success, the next level
Exactly.
version of you for me. That's what has
And,
been my
and learn from
experience.
your failures, Learn from them
Amen. Amen.
because
Not
they're
to do it
lessons.
again.
Right. Learn to not do the same thing again because you do the same thing, you get the same old result, you know. So
Exactly. Okay, well, it's actually the offer time, right? Like, and we're like, what is Lucy's gonna give us? So friends, are you ready? Are you ready? And if you have a links too, feel free to give it to me, and I'll post it in the comment section too, so people could it could be a booking link. What would you love to give us, Lucy? And
actually,
thank
I
you.
have I have you could put in the URL freegiftfromlucy.com.
Let me see.
Free gift from Lucy. I'll put it in the message here. All right.
Okay.
Free gift from, oops, from Lucy. My name is spelled LUCIE.com. That will take you to a place where you can
Okay.
get a free membership on the platform where, it's a wonderful platform that has 10,000 people. There are no algorithms, folks. So when you post there, all these people on the platform have access to you. So it's
Aw.
just there's a good place to do your videos. Nobody
Oh,
knows.
oh
Yeah.
wow. Nobody knows you. That's fine.
So
Oh,
yeah, so people can say, who's that person? Let them be curious about you.
that's funny. Okay, well, I already posted it in the comment section, so it's available for our audience. So thank you so much. Speaking of starting your day with gratitude, So I want to truly thank you, Lucy, for being with us here today. It's an honor. It's such a gift to really come to know you at at this level. And I could now I'm remembering the moment we had together too when I was interviewed by you, and but not the detailed, but the
Right.
essence. Now it's coming back. I'm glad we reconnected, and I'm looking forward for more collaborative experience.
Thank you.
Definitely. And friends, my encouragement, it's to connect directly with Lucy. I encourage you to add her in Facebook and Instagram, LinkedIn. Is there YouTube? Is there any other platforms you're working on?
Absolutely. Actually, I can put my tree,
Oh,
my link tree there if you want. I don't
please,
know.
yeah. So they'll just directly contact you. And Lucy, you're such a gift. Your wisdom is outstanding. Well, you are like Dean and Tony's combined, but
Well,
you're one person.
I worked a long time with them, so I'm not surprised that you know, I mean, they actually rub off on you, af- after a while. Yeah, I'm trying to,
Okay.
this is where I'm not very quick at
And
getting something, but
oh
I,
no, give yeah, take while you work on adding the oh there you go. Let me copy paste
I
this.
don't know if you click that, if it comes up.
Actually, I was able to copy paste it. I'm tech savvy. Like
Oh,
that's my I
okay,
love
good.
technology. Actually, I helped my nursing organization win an award on technology during COVID. We won an
Wonderful.
award. Yeah. Cuz I pivoted. I had to learn Zoom, and became the president during COVID. So I step up at that time. It was challenging, but someone has to do it.
Okay, I have it here. I'm just going to copy it. Okay. I found it. Oh, Lucy, you're getting so much better at this. It's unbelievable.
Awesome. And actually, I was one of my passion to Lucy is I know we have all these mentors, right? And feel free to share
Right.
your wisdom. And they're
There you are.
great. Oh, awesome. Okay, perfect. I said, great. We have all these mentors. We learn from them. We apply model proven practices. But at the same time, our mentors need us too, because they won't be able to reach more people, right? If we're not existing, right? The new
Absolutely.
leaders. And we have our own networks, Lucy, me, and then our mentors could reach our network through us. And that's
Yeah,
how we create a ripple
we
effect.
just need one another. I mean, we are here to serve others. I mean, I am so, that I know that that's what I was put on earth for, to serve others. I mean, what else? I mean, what else gives you the pleasure? It's a real, true pleasure to help and serve others, as far as I'm concerned.
Amen. Amen to that. And actually, I was interested with your book too, Behind You. Would you love to just speak about that too?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's one of those things
Okay.
again that I never wanted to be an author,
Mhm.
and within the last 2 years, I've co-authored uh, 5 books, and
Wow.
ageless. This one here is the last one,
Mhm.
and I'm really love the Art of Connection. We're working on volume 6, and I do believe that this is if you are interested in writing a book,
Mhm.
co-authoring is the first step that you really should take. Why? Because you're just, in this case, just doing one page. And the person who's putting this together has the headaches of publishing, of promoting. And all you have to do is do your little bit, which is to fill out that page. And with that page comes a link, a QR code, tags, all of your social media links, and you're one of the authors. That means that there are 364 authors. It's an immediate connect. It's like
Oh,
it's like a warm, it's like a warm clients immediately, because you're part of like-minded people, a community, and these are really business-like people. And I anybody who's interested, contact me, because
yeah.
I have a special link for a
Okay.
special price. And
Oh,
then the other one is Ageless Voices. And I think I mentioned to you that she was one of Dean and Tony's, and she is 80 years old also. She has a twin. And
Wow.
her whole mission was to change the narrative of aging
Mhm.
from anti-aging to pro-aging. So I'm one of the co-authors. There's 37 of us, and now we have started. Not only did we get this book published, we're working on a documentary that's also going to be launched soon, and there's a whole movement that has started about ageless voices and a tribe. So if you know anybody who's over 60, all
Yeah,
right,
for
this would
sure.
be a wonderful way for them to get into a community of like-minded people.
I'll definitely, yeah, I know many people at this
And
point,
then
and
if you're a mother, my other co-authoring is
mhm.
a book called 100 Self-Portraits and 100 Dreams, done by Shika Khanna, who is a famous photographer, baby photographer. She was the first photographer in India to photograph newborn babies.
Mhm.
And she has done this book called 100 Self-Portrait, 100 Dreams, about 100 moms globally. And the whole idea is to show the essence of the woman behind the veil of being a mom, because
Mm.
they lose themselves once
Mhm.
they're moms.
True. Wow.
And she has been lauded by the Prime Minister of India for helping, for doing her global work. And he says this fits in just exactly what I want to do to help women be seen, be visible in India. So the whole book at the beginning has this letter from the Prime Minister saying, congratulations, thank you for helping, moms across the globe be visible, you know. So, so we're working on volume 2. So if you're a mom, you have a great inspiring story, contact me
Uh-huh.
because we're up to about 60 moms now. The
Wow.
first volume is done. Obviously, I was in the first volume, and she's looking for another 100 moms. So we're up to about 60 moms now, and we're looking for another 40. So
Oh,
if you have an inspiring story and you're a mom, I want
would
to talk to you.
would a mom of my inner child be considered a real mom?
Well, I
Right?
asked I asked the question. That's an interesting question because I was not a mom. I was a what we call a stepmom, and she
Uh-huh.
said to me, "Lucy, why is it I read stories to my boys about stepmoms in the United States? They all are ugly stories. What is it with stepmoms, stepmothers in the United States?" She said, if you're a stepmom, I'd love to have you in the book, and we're going to call you bonus moms.
Oh,
Because indeed we are a bonus mom. You know,
exactly.
if you're a stepmom, you're not interested in taking mom's place. You never
Mm-hmm.
could, but you are a bonus to those children,
For sure.
you know?
Yeah, and for me, I consider myself a mom to my inner child. Like if people ask me like, "Are you a mom?" Yeah, to my inner child. I've learned it through personal growth and development. I had to parent myself because I grew up in a dysfunctional family, parents divorce, and I had to learn how to be a healthy, functional
Well,
person.
Shika has been she has been asked, what
Yeah.
I'm a mom of my little fur babies and they're just as important. And she totally gets that. She says, but you know what? That is going to be another series. I mean, this is chicken soup for the soul. This is chicken
Oh,
soup for the moms,
I love that. We have
you
so
know.
many moms here in the space, by the way, Lucy. So everyone, friends, mothers, connect with Lucy. This has been amazing.
Absolutely.
And by the way, your book on ageism, right?
Hmm.
I deeply connect with that because the reason I brought you in the space because I value longevity.
Hmm.
Yeah, and so for me, I actually in healthcare, like the way I provide my telehealth services, right? I focus now, I pivoted from, acute care, because I used to work in the hospital setting, to a
Right.
preventative care, health promotion, functional medicine, identifying the root cause of a problem to heal people. And when I shifted my way of healing people, right, and helping them activate their self-healing capabilities, I've learned, what am I heading toward? Like, why did I share this to begin with? I lost my train of thoughts.
Well, we were talking about, well, we were talking about moms at one point, but we're talking about,
Oh, I know now. Okay, thanks.
okay.
Because I was in the up in the in divine flow, right? Too much. Ground, Chessa, ground yourself. I had to feel my feet on the ground because I'm passionate about this. Is that's why I was attracting, people over 50, actually, higher end, because I said, God, let's help people, discover what else is out there for them. Like, what are their goals, their next level goals, their vision. Because in Proverbs, I read the Bible and study it. And so, when there's no vision, people perish. So people die. And this is statistic wise, because they didn't have a goal. You
Right.
know, if you have a goal, something pulls you to keep living
Absolutely.
longer,
Absolutely. Yeah.
right?
You have to
So,
have a goal in life. I mean, what you have to have a reason to get out of that bed.
amen. Purpose.
Yeah. Purpose. Exactly.
Purpose.
Some kind of
Well,
purpose.
thank you so much, Lucy. I wanna leave it, and I wanted to end this talk show with you by you sharing your last words. But let me just share what's in my heart right now. The reason I call this presentation "Legacy Woman." It's time to rise, because I believe that it's never too late to actually discover your higher calling. What's your
Right.
next level goals, your vision at every season of your life? My versatility has been my superpower. I consider myself as a multidimensional being. I've carved out different unique paths, different career paths, yoga instructor, transcendence facilitator, everything, right? And what I've come to learn is like there's more peace, more passion, more purpose, more legacy. And interestingly, I've attracted Lucy in our universe, and she's into legacy building, into impact, empowering women over 60, to live your best life, and then leverage AI, branding solution
Right.
to launch, to scale, to automate. And I'd love to pass the mic to you, because could you expand that model of service? Because I know I'm interested in terms of launching. I kind of read your profile. No, I not kinda. I read your profile in LinkedIn, and you mentioned the words launch, scale, and automate businesses. Could you expand
Well,
that?
in business, I mean, you do have to launch your business, and then, once you launch your business, you've got to find a way to scale, and then, to leverage the scaling to, you have to have some help. The AI tool today is going to be the way that you automate. There's no other way to do it.
Mhm.
And so once you automate those things, then you're free to do what you love to do, which is build your relationships. Business is all about building relationships, no
Yeah.
matter whether it's a B2B or online. You can't get away from it. It's all about building relationships.
Mhm.
People need to know who you are, what you do. They need to learn how to trust you. And if they trust you, then you can sell them, I don't know, ice cubes, and they'll buy from you because they trust you.
Oh,
It's
that's
true.
true. That's true. I love that, Lucy. Okay, thank you for sharing this. By the way, if you're interested on that, like leveraging AI, feel free to connect with Lucy as well. Is there any last minute words you would love to share, Lucy? Oh my God, I can talk to you forever.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you. It's been
Yeah.
an honor to be on your show. I want to thank your audience for listening. Do connect with me, please do. If I can serve you in any way, it's going to be my pleasure, because I'm all about contribution, collaboration. We talked about, and certainly contributing to your success. And so, final words: just never give up. Winners never quit. Quitters never win.
Ooh, wait, I know that. Is that in Think and Grow Rich?
But it could be, I've heard it over and over from so many different, but it makes so much sense. Winners never quit, quitters never win.
Yes, it's Think and Grow Rich. Yeah, I remember Napoleon Hill.
There you go.
I love that, Lucy. Thank you so much. And actually, I forgot to ask, and it just landed on me. Is there any question that anyone live out here? I want to give like 2 minutes, and let's just see if any questions. Feel free to share. And there's a comment section. And if you're being shy right now, you don't know the question to ask, it's okay. But if you are bold enough and ready, just put it in the comment section, and I'll make sure that Lucy is aware of the question, and she'll be more than happy to address the question itself. Okay?
Definitely.
All right.
Thank you so very much. I really appreciate
Oh, you're welcome, Lucy.
interviewing.
It's such an honor. You're a gift to this world. Oh my God. I would. I hope that will stay connected. I would love to stay connected
Absolutely,
with
we will.
you.
Okay. Thank you
Um,
for everyone. Thank you.
okay. Thank you. Feel free to put the question in the comment. Any aha moments, wisdom that you have from this talk show with Lucy, feel free to put in the comment section, and we're more than happy to address them. All right. Till next time.
Bye.
Love and light. End the video.